power, grace, and camaraderie. These traits are firmly on display whenever teams battle it out on the volleyball court. Beach volleyball has been the snazzier cousin in recent years. So, is traditional volleyball still able to retain its fan base? I meet Subramaniam Hariharan, a volleyball coach, to understand more about the sport and its appeal. Hi, Hari.
Hi, Mark. How are you?
I'm good. I would love to play some volleyball. Do you think you could teach me how?
I think you just made the minimum height requirement.
Well, it's a good start so far.
You want to learn some volleyball?
I sure do.
Let's go.
Let's go.
In recent years, the popularity is actually increasing, with a lot of recreational clubs coming up, with a lot of competitions organized by the NSA, the Volleyball Association of Singapore. And as such, the number of teams that are available in Singapore has also increased. There are much more avenues for people to learn the sport and also to play competitive volleyball in the country. Being tall is definitely an advantage because we need to get the ball over the net. In terms of blocking, in terms of spiking, height does play an advantage in the game of volleyball actually. If a volleyball player isn't that tall, he can succeed as a defensive player, or if he has great vertical height, jumping height, he can probably pass off as a spiker also. So one of the attributes that is very important for a volleyball player, in my personal opinion, is mental toughness. Right? He needs to work out a lot in the gym, improve his power, his flexibility, his speed. So these are the areas that are required for the game of volleyball. The big difference between traditional volleyball and beach volleyball is actually the number of players on the court. For traditional volleyball, we have 6, and for beach volleyball, we only have 2. But personally, I feel that I'm more into indoor traditional volleyball because I see more power, more intensity, and more strategy as compared to beach volleyball. The ball speed is faster, the reaction time is faster, and I think it's much more exciting as compared to beach volleyball. Okay, Mark, today you're going to learn how to pass the volleyball. So there are 3 aspects that you need to take note of. Now, number 1 is your ready position. Number 2, formation of your platform. And number 3, where do you contact the ball? So for the ready position, we have our legs shoulder width apart, toes and knees point in. The second formation of platform, we need to get our shoulders high. So if you're a right-hander, you have your right hand below and your left hand on top. And we close up. And we point down to ensure that your platform is firm before you contact the ball. Before we start the game of volleyball, the very first thing we need to do is to learn how to serve. Service, we have a ready position. If you're a right-hander, you have your left leg in front, your left hand holds the ball, and your right hand is high, ready to hit the ball. So the key for serving is actually the toss. You need the toss to be low, slightly to the right. You should land in between your 2 feet. The last is your contact. You contact the ball at the ball of your palm. Okay, Mark, we move on to blocking now. Legs shoulder width apart, slightly bent, and you have your hand in front of you. So when we launch up for the block, we reach over the net.
Volleyball is such an intense game that if you take your eyes off the ball for even 1 second, the game can be over. The skills involved may seem easy, but they take some time to master. How will our students fare at the volleyball finals? All the action coming right up.